Hello there again. So this is Spencer Cannon with the Utah County Sheriff's Office. I'm Jeff Jones of the Utah County Sheriff's Office. He's a sergeant, I'm a lieutenant. You probably know us by now. Don't know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But Spencer will be playing himself today in this episode.
And Jeff will be playing himself as well.
Right. So with that said, Spencer, I have some really disturbing news today, which makes me absolutely crazy. What are some things that make you crazy, Spencer?
Well, since we don't want to make this too long, I'll tell you what makes me crazy. It's when people think that it's okay to take advantage of another person, and it gets particularly bad when the people that are taking advantage of someone are because of something that's big in the news now, and they target a certain segment of our population, in this case primarily elderly people. That really bothers me when they think it's okay to do that.
So I had to actually talk to Spencer about not saying any swear words before we started this one, because I know Spencer gets a little bit worked up over things like this, but it's been brought to our attention that there are people out there trying to extort money and get credit cards over the phone to elderly people, saying that it's to help with the coronavirus or the current issues. This is not going to happen from a reputable organization.
That's true. It's easy. If somebody calls you over the phone and they say they represent a certain cause, and the most recent one is somebody purporting themselves to be with a group raising money to support various problems that have come up with the coronavirus and COVID-19 problems, you can tell them no. You don't have to do anything over the phone, especially if it's a call that comes to you. If you look up a number and make the call to them, that's probably a whole lot safer. In fact, it is a whole lot safer than if somebody calls you. And even if it's a legitimate organization, you're not hurting anybody's feelings if you tell them no.
If you're one of those people that are out there trying to extort money from people during this time frame, I hope karma finds you, and I hope karma does really, really bad things, because it will. There's no time, there's no room for any of this kind of nonsense. We are in this together. We're trying to get a common goal, and that's to get through this. If you are an opportunist taking advantage of people, we will find you. And when we do, we'll make sure that things are taken care of. You will pay the price legally, lawfully, and anything else that we could come up with.
Yeah, we had one of our employees here at the Sheriff's Office whose mother just yesterday received a phone call from one of these scammers, and we'll call it what it is. It's a scam. And she was able to see through it and hung up on him, but there are some people who don't, and we don't fault those people for falling prey to this, because I think the goodness in people's heart really wants to help, but there's no problem at all in being careful and saying, well, I want to do some research on my own before I do this, or send me something in the mail, and if it's a legitimate thing. There are other ways to do that rather than just giving up that information over the phone from what we might call a cold call that comes to you just out of the blue.
Right. So with that said, one of the things I got to point out today is we've got a new picture for Spencer up here. One nation under God, it says. Spencer, do you trust in God?
I do.
Yeah, I trust in God. But if he calls me and wants my credit card, I'm not giving it to him over the phone either. So just saying, be careful who you give your credit card to.
I agree.
With that said, stay safe out there, take care of each other, and don't do bad things. Always do good things.